You are on track with Lizzy Squared.
Alright, so our first question, like a little icebreaker, is what color are you feeling?
What color am I feeling?
Yeah.
Nobody's ever asked me that. I think like yellow right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like a chill yellow. I'm
Yeah.
pretty relaxed. It's a little hot and humid, so that's why yellow
Yes. Yeah.
sun vibes.
Yeah.
But yeah, yellow.
I like that. I like that
Yeah.
answer. Yeah. Kind of diving in just a little bit more. So I'm pretty new to this series, but Lizzie's have been watching you throughout your career. And one thing that stuck out with things that she's told me about is your resilience, like throughout your whole career. I find that incredibly inspiring. So I just wanted to ask, to what or whom do you credit your perseverance?
Um, I think a lot of it has to do with just my character, and I have to credit my character to the way I was brought up. I have amazing parents. We have a very close family, but they always made me work for my goals. I wanted to be a race car driver since I was very young, and in this sport, a lot of times you see kind of parents living their frustrated dreams through their kids and like pushing them to do it. In my case, it was kind of the opposite. I was always the one having to push them, not because they didn't support me, they just made me really work for it to show them that I wanted it. So yeah, I was just used to working quite hard. And then yeah, when I had the accident, honestly, that side of me came out even more, which maybe I didn't know was there to that extent, and it really helped me to go through it and to get back. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Love that. So you mentioned the accident.
Hmm.
So does that accident still affect you and how you race today, or is it just kind of like gone?
Yeah, I mean, mentally, not really. I have a lot of injuries to my lower legs still from the accident, so it still very much plays a part in my day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Like I cannot do any high impact activities. I cannot run. If I walk too much, like I have a lot of pain. So I've definitely had to adjust my life to the new me, right?
Yeah.
But I'm lucky enough that in this sport, you don't need your legs that much. As long
Yeah.
as you can push the throttle and the brake, you're good. So I've been able to now be 100% in the car for the last few years
Yeah.
and not really have any issues. Yeah.
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 Amazing to, yeah, again with the perseverance through all
Hmm.
of that. It's great to
Thanks.
hear. So I wanted to ask a little bit about your journey through the series. What was it like hopping from country to country? Like what was that? What was
Yeah.
that like?
Well, it's been like sort of a last minute thing for me to end up here in Indy NXT. I was doing F2 last year. I've been based in Europe since 2014, all the way to 2024. So I did a 10-year stint over there in categories out there. I actually had never raced a car. I had done go karts, but not a race car here in the US until this year. It was the first time. Yeah, really crazy. So when I decided to come back to the US end of last year, I had no idea what I was gonna end up doing here in the States. This opportunity came quite late this year to just jump in and do a few races. I obviously took it because it was a great opportunity and it seemed very
Yeah.
fun. And that's just sort of how it's gone. I kind of jumped in here, thrown in the deep end, and just had to
Right.
adapt and do my best. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, so we have a question like piggybacking off of that.
Hmm.
So the pipeline from F2 to IndyCar has been very big recently.
Yeah.
And we were wondering if like seeing recent F2 drivers come over has like did that help motivate you to come over with like the snap decision or
Yeah, I think so. It was sort of the feeling we have over in F2 is if you're good in an F2 car, it seems that you're gonna be pretty decent in an Indy car,
Yeah.
right? I think it's a quite a similar car, same chassis manufacturer, um, and yeah, that's sort of a nice thing to see, and in the same way, I think F2 drivers are rated quite high now over here because all the
Yeah.
F2 drivers that have come in have done really well. So
Yeah.
that does open a few opportunities for people like me that are coming from there. But as I said, like this was not really planned, at least to do Indy next. It was like kind of like a coincidence, and it
Yeah.
happened. But it does work quite well into my plan, which is to end up in IndyCar, right? Like
Yeah.
next year, I want to do IndyCar, so I think I'm in the right place right now to do the step. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have kind of another silly question.
Okay.
So we've heard that the food in the F2 paddock is less than ideal. Have you seen an upgrade in IndyCar so far?
Yes. I know where you heard that in a certain podcast.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's true. It's to be honest, I don't think it's as bad as they made it seem. Like it's just very plain and it tastes the same, and you're eating there like a lot of times during the year, so
Right.
it does get very repetitive. That's all I'll say.
Right.
At least here it's different. You know, the team does the catering for us, and you don't know what you're gonna get. One day is Chipotle, next day is Cracker Barrel or something. So it's very varied. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, so far so good.
Variation is always appreciated.
Yes,
good.
more variety for sure.
So speaking of the said podcast,
Yeah.
we've seen that you've been on a few episodes.
Yeah.
Are you going to do your own podcast?
No.
Oh, no.
No, I don't have time.
That's fair.
Yeah,
That's
it
fair.
takes a lot, and I'm close to Marcus and Clem, and it took a lot of their time to get it
I
going, you know.
bet.
So I am happy to get invited on them and talk some smack, you know. But to do my own, it seems like too much work right now. Yeah.
That's
That's
fair.
so fair.
Yeah.
That is so fair. On the topic of Marcus and Clem, are you
Yeah.
still a backbone?
Yeah. I'm still part of the
Absolutely.
group.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to have Marcus here. I see him quite often. Actually,
Mhm.
Clem was in Detroit our race, so the
Oh,
whole
yeah?
group was back
Mhm.
together. Yeah, no, we still get along quite well.
Awesome.
So we have a few fun questions. Can we see another 21 questions with JM soon? And who will you have on it, if so?
That's a good one. Yeah. Also on that topic, like I've sort of stopped doing my YouTube as well because it was taking a lot of my time
Yeah.
away, and I'm very busy. I'm busier than I was back when I was doing F2 now because I'm doing a few things on the side apart from racing. If I could do it again, I would definitely have someone from here, you know, that
Okay,
I've met in
yeah.
this paddock. Who would be funny? Probably honestly Josh Pearson.
Yeah.
He's a funny dude.
Yes,
I don't
he
know if you guys
is.
know him well, but I like we sit next to each other in the engineering trailer, and we laugh a lot. So I think that would be a good one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So we also know from these episodes of these podcasts that you're a golfer. So for
I try.
every now and then, yeah, golfer, yeah.
Yeah.
Give yourself credit. So we wanted to know between two people who know virtually nothing about golf.
Uh-huh.
Are you any good?
You have to be honest.
No, I'm not good. No, like I am average. I am good enough that I can play, but not good enough to even bet with anyone. You know, like it's I'm not good. It takes a lot of time. Again, goes back to time. If you're not
Yeah.
like dedicating hours to it every week
Yeah.
constantly, it's very difficult to progress. But I feel like the level where I'm at right now is maybe the most fun level because when you start to get better, you take it too seriously and then you don't enjoy it.
Right.
You know, like
right.
I played with Christian Lundgaard and Yuri Vips in Indy a few months ago, and they're into
They're
it.
very
Like
good.
yeah, they're better than me. But they dedicate a lot of time and they don't have fun because they've dedicated so much time to it that they just get frustrated quite easily. So I've realized that I'm at a good level. I don't need to get any better. I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah, I've definitely had experience with some of that over the years.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So we have a fun question that I will ask, but we have another kind of serious-ish question.
Yeah.
Is there a legacy that you want to leave in racing, like when you retire?
Not one that I have in mind right now, to be honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
If any, like when I think of legacy with myself, it definitely goes more towards being a reference for younger Latin American drivers
Yeah.
because it's very difficult to come out of Latin America and make it and become a professional. And I feel most of my career, including now, I've been sort of one of the furthest up the pyramid, and the closest to being at the top level. And I see how that inspires young drivers, and I really like that part, right? So if I can open some doors for talented kids, like that would make me very happy, and I think I'm gonna do that when I retire, right? But yeah, apart from that, not really. I'm just enjoying it. Once I'm done with racing, I'll have a whole other legacy with kids and family that I think will be more important to me. Yeah.
I like that. That's a good answer. So our final question.
So something that we did when we came to the Indy 500 was we normally always go to the driver parade like the Saturday before. And something that I started doing because I saw people doing it last year, I thought it was really funny, was play rock, paper, scissors with the drivers as they went through.
Okay.
So do you think you can beat me in a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
I don't know. That was very confident.
You have to know that she's won almost every single one. She's lost to one driver.
No way.
Yes.
Lucky Hughes,
That's the only one she lost
is
to.
it like best out of 2?
We can do best of 3. We can do 1.
Let's do
It
best of
doesn't
3.
matter.
Let's do best
Best
of
of
3.
3? Okay, I like that. All right, ready?
So you do rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Right?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh my
Oh!
God. That's it.
That's it. That's all. That's all. I told you
got
she's
red.
so good. She's so good. I told you she's so good. I can't beat her.
Hey, fair play to you. That's not doing much
Thank
for
you
my
so
confidence
much.
before quali, but
Oh, no, that's not what we meant. That's not, yeah.
I'm gonna pretend
Out
that
of sight,
didn't
out of
happen.
mind.
Thank
Out of
you.
sight, out of mind.
That was embarrassing.
Well, that's all we had.
Thank you so much for tolerating that shenaniganery. Appreciate it.
No problem. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.